Okay, so spline is going to be the last of the single view drawings. This one's a little bit tricky because we've got some more angles, and we're going to try to cheat a little bit and speed up this drawing. So the first thing I want to do is kind of figure out what that circle is. It looks like I've got another diameter here. So diameter of 3. So I will go up to my circle and select center diameter, click my center point, type in 3, enter for my diameter. So now I've got these little teeth to deal with next. It looks like there are 8 of them, so that's what this 8x tells us. I can also count them, I guess, but who wants to do that? It's too much work. So what I want to do is I want to draw one of them first, and then I'm going to use the array tool to get some extra ones. So it looks like these things are 0.5 wide, and then the height is going to be, we've got our 3-inch diameter from here to here. So this is going to be a little bit tricky. So I should be able to find this quadrant point and then go up half of 0.9. So if I take this 3.9 and I subtract the diameter, that gives me 0.9 between this and this. So let's give this a try. So I'm going to go up to my line. I'll draw the one at the top just to make it easy. So I'll start at the quadrant point, which is at the center. So I'm going to go up half of 0.9, which is 0.45. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to then go to the right. If you notice, this width is 0.5, so I'm going to go half of 0.5, which is 0.25. And then I'm going to go straight down and click this intersection point, and then hit escape. I'm going to then grab another line and go the other direction and go 0.25, enter, and then go straight down to there, and then hit escape. So I've got one drawn. I'm going to delete this line in the middle, and now I'm going to use a tool called array. So this is another modify tool. So I'm going to zoom out. Excuse me. I'm going to select my object, and then I'm going to go up here to array. So the default one is rectangular array. And what this does is it takes your object and it will create copies of it based on certain settings. So rectangular array, it's going to array it in rows and columns. So I'm going to click array. By default, it gives you these settings. And so you can change the number of columns, the distance between them, the total distance, the number of rows. You've got all these different options here, but we don't want a rectangular array. So I'm going to hit close and then hit Control Z to go back. Let me click in my drawing window and then hit Control Z. What we want to do is use a different type of array. So if I hit this arrow, I can go to polar array. But I'm going to select my object first. So I'm going to select those 3 lines. Then I go up to polar array. And now it's going to array it around a center point. So I've got to click my center point. So I hover over to the edge, click my center point, and notice something neat happens. I start to see some objects. So I've got this items is the most important thing. So I don't have 6, I have 8 that I need. Okay, so because it's a polar array, it by default will try to evenly space them around 360 degrees. So if I click 8 and then I click down here into this between, notice it puts in 45, which is exactly what we've got on our drawing sheet. So that's all we've got to do. I'm going to hit close array, and then what I want to do is I want to check my math to see if I'm correct. So I'm going to go up here to my linear dimension tool, I'm going to activate that, and then I'm going to click these 2 corners and make sure that they say 3.9, which they do. So we're all set. I'm going to delete that, and then I'm going to start trimming. So I TR enter, enter to bring up my trim command, and then I go to click, and that looks good. I go to click, that looks good. I go to click, that looks good, and I can start trimming right away. So if I hit escape, notice the array is still there. So I could adjust it if I wanted to. If for some reason it doesn't let you trim, sometimes it won't let you trim the circle, what you can do is you can click on the array and then you can explode it. And what that does is it takes the array and it breaks it up into just normal lines. And you lose the ability to edit it and add it and adjust it. So if I just type in explode and hit enter, I could explode it. I can also, notice this menu is open, I can just go up here to home and click it, and that menu stays lit up green, so it's still there. I can still click on it. I'm just going back to home, and then I can click on the explode tool, which is right above the offset below the erase tool, and then click explode, and it breaks it up. So notice that menu disappears, and now if I click on the object, I just get these individual lines. So hope that helps. Thanks.